Hey, Shalom, Akim, Yabashim, Yashab, Bashim, Kagash, Bakatham. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, bishops of Great Millstone. I say much peace, love, and salutations to y'all. I'm out there pushing the word of Yabashim, Yashab, sincerely and truth. This is Brother Ariala. And this is just an MOT update. And basically, what we're seeing is the interaction with AI go through the roof. And we're going to see, more entertainers, more so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans to be put at the forefront of this stuff. Now with this Google Gemini, they're using some, a guy that kind of sounds like a Jake. You know what I mean? They're gonna be doing more stuff like that, where you're gonna be, using celebrities' voices to interact on your AI and go back and forth with people like that, and we're gonna start to see more and more and more adoption with the interaction between humans and AI, and this is what they need for it to go from Wall Street to Main Street. And we're going to see these things, and our people are going to be right there for it, because we're always there to push things for that the heathen put out. Ezekiel 5:5 says, "Thus saith the Lord power, this is Jerusalem. I have set it in the midst of the nations and countries that are round about her, and she has changed my judgments into wickedness more than the nations, and my statutes more than the countries that are round about her. For they have refused my judgments and my statutes, they have not walked in them." And so our people are very, very keen to siding with the heathen. We've always been that way. We've always been, a very welcoming nation, and it's led to our downfall over many occasions. That's always been our problem, is we don't hold a standard. We amalgamate with the other nations and do what they do, and then we take it and go way further. So when Jake gets a hold of these new Motb systems, these AI stuff, they're going to take it and go even further. You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 7, "Therefore thus saith the Lord power, because ye multiply more than the nations that are round about you, and have not walked in my statutes, neither have kept my judgments, neither have done according to the judgments of have done according to the judgments of the nations that are round about you. Therefore thus says the Lord power, behold, even I am against thee, and will execute judgments in the midst of thee in the sight of the nations." And that's what's going to happen. Our people are going to be at the forefront of taking the chip, being chipped, and thus getting destroyed, and being destroyed, man, because our people just love to have it so. They love to have it so. I'm going to press this, man. Watch this.
Hello?
Hi, I'm Gemini.
So what do I do? Just talk?
You can ask me about anything.
Anything at all.
What about
My resume.
these complicated instructions?
This photo I just took?
Sure, just add it and we'll talk.
Can you take a look at this giant hole?
That hole is easier to repair than it looks.
Maybe we should call your dad.
No, it's backwards.
It is not backwards.
Gemini, which way do the screws go?
According to these instructions, they face towards the backboard.
Yeah, okay, it's backwards.
Gemini, I need help.
Okay, let's talk about how to get rid of that spider.
Run that back, Gemini.
This document is not a resume. It's a grocery list.
Well, my bad.
Take a look at the photo of my outfit. Let me know what color shoes will go good with it.
The green on the left can add a sense of calm.
Oh.
Go back a step.
Yeah, we definitely need some help.
Okay, let's go back to step 3.
We're only on step 3?
And this is what you're going to see, man. You're going to see just more and more everyday interaction with this stuff, and until it move into the next stage. And it's actually coming quicker. And like I said, they're going to use, like you saw Kiki Palmer and the whole WNBA girl. There's going to be more and more of that pushed even further, right? Jeremiah 10:16, "The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is in his name." So the Most High has put a special spirit on the nation of Israel, and that's being used, and it's going to be used to put these systems into place for people to be interacting with Esau's technology. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. I was looking at this, and then I put in how rapidly is interaction with AI happening now compared to 5, and 1 year ago, and what demographics are picking it up the fastest. It says the interaction with artificial intelligence has grown significantly over the past decade. Let's see. I'm gonna skip down. So it says 10 years ago in 2015 says AI adoption was in its early stages. Only about 10% of organizations used or plan to implement AI in the near future. Customer interaction was limited primarily through basic applications like voice assistants or simple recommendation systems in Netflix algorithms, stuff like that. People use Siri. Public awareness and direct interaction with AI were low, with most applications embedded in back-end systems rather than direct user engagement. All right. So it says I put 5 years ago. It says 2020 AI adoption had more than doubled from 2017 levels, with approximately 50% of organizations using AI in at least one business function. Consumer interaction was growing, with voice assistants like Alexa and Google Assistant becoming more common, and AI-driven recommendation systems widely used in streaming and e-commerce. However, only about 20 to 30% of consumers were knowingly interacting with AI regularly, often through smartphones or navigation apps. The average number of AI capabilities embedded in organizations doubled from 1.9 in 2018 to around 3.8 in 2022, indicating increased integration. The market was still small, roughly 50 to 60 billion. 1 year ago, 2024, AI interaction saw a significant surge, particularly with the rise of generative AI tools like ChatGPT. Approximately 40% of U.S. population aged 18 through 64 use generative AI to some degree, with 32.6% using it at home, 28.1% at work. Globally, 72% of organizations had adopted AI by 2024, with 34% using it in marketing and sales. Consumer interaction was higher, with 56% of Americans regularly interacting with AI. See how quickly this stuff jumps? See how quickly this stuff moves? It says the global AI market was valued at approximately $305 billion, reflecting a year-over-year growth of nearly $50 billion. It says now in 2025, as of 2025, AI interaction has become mainstream. Nearly 40% of U.S. workers, 30%, rising from 30% from December of 2024. Globally, 80% of businesses have embraced AI to some extent, with 61% of workers planning to incorporate generative AI into their workplaces. Daily or frequent AI use is reported by 1/3 of consumers. The market now, it says the AI market is projected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 28.46% to 37% from 2024 to 2030, potentially reaching 1.8 trillion by 2030. AI is now embedded in everyday applications, from chatbots to virtual assistants to personalized recommendations and autonomous systems. See, so they just this thing is moving with warp speed, essentially. It's moving with warp speed, man. And so we're looking at this thing being done. I don't even know if we're gonna make it to 2027 with all this stuff, bro. And our people love to have it so. They love to have it so. It says Isaiah 1:3 says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. And so as this stuff gets pushed to the forefront, and you're going to start to see, all these famous celebrities, actors, ball players, and everything like that, their likeness, their voice, everything like that is going to be used to make this thing just global and worldwide. Bad Bunny, all these guys that are like super famous, you know what I mean, from Kendrick Lamar to Drake, musicians, whoever, they're all going to be put at the forefront of, making generative AI the next thing, which is already the thing, and then moving on to having a constant formal virtual assistant, and then whatever they do to the grid to make everybody scared, and then they're going to incorporate having to basically have more security, which is going to bring in the biometric aspect of this thing. which we always talk. He calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive their mark. And so, piece by piece by piece, we seeing these things go. We're gonna see what the next stage is, and keep our eyes open. With that being said, man, I say call hello Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kodash. Done with all this to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to Yakim out there pushing the word of Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom.